All right, so we'll start off with kickoff. If you had to describe your hunting style in 3 words, what would they be?
In 3 words, I would say exciting, challenging, and rewarding. Well, exciting, it boosts your energy level when you're out hunting. Then, of course, challenging. We're up here in Michigan, we do a lot of coyote hunting. That's pretty much a lot predator hunting we do up here. It is a challenge. So it gives you something to look forward to and work for. And then when it's rewarding, that's your harvest. Getting them to come in, calling them, making them respond back to you. Get them to come in for a close shot makes a big difference.
That's why they call it hunting, not finding.
That's right.
All right, cool. So what is your go-to setup? Like what's your grab and go rifle?
So my grab and go is a custom AR chambered in 6mm arc, 21-inch stainless barrel on it. It's all pretty much custom trigger, custom stock, the whole 9 yards. Optic wise, I do have the DBH on it. I really like that DBH. It really works for clarity and everything else that we put into it.
How did you get into thermal and night vision stuff to begin with?
So thermal and night vision started in Michigan. We could hunt night in Michigan, but we were stuck to rimfire only all the way till 2011. After that, it got passed to where we can use center fire at night. When it went to center fire at night, that's when we really got big into nighttime hunting, just because it was easier to harvest animal with a bigger caliber. I first started with night vision. Night vision, I still use. It works very well. I'm used to it. But then as time went, I ended up going into thermal. Now I'm primarily thermal. It took a while to get used to it because you have to identify your animals a little bit differently through thermal than with night vision. Once you start getting used to that, it just makes it a lot more easier to identify animals, see animals, especially long distance away versus close distance.
I haven't really considered, aside from like thermal highlighting for like a hot target, right? Like I haven't really considered looking at night vision versus thermal at distance, right? Just to look at animals. That's a cool point. Any favorite features on your RIX setup that you think people should take more advantage of?
I have a couple of them. Ballistic compensation is a big one. I think a lot of people don't know how to use that. It is a very beneficial tool. Most of the new units all have the ballistic compensation in them. Download it through the app, play with it. Look on your boxes, see what your feet per seconds are. Get it in there and then go out and shoot and play with it. It will make life a little easier now that most units have the laser rangefinders built into it. That is a big bonus now. The older thermals did not have that. The other thing is like DBH. I like having the green laser on it. Makes it very easy for recovery when you're in fields. Up here in Michigan, we have a lot of soybean fields, a lot of grass fields. You'll spend hours walking around trying to find your coyote if you get one, and you might just walk right past it. You know right where you shot it, hit that green laser, and you can walk right to it.
What are some common mistakes that you see hunters making with thermal gear, and how do you avoid that?
I think a lot of it is just not identifying an animal correctly in the thermal world, because up here in Michigan, coyotes and foxes can look almost identical. You just really have to watch how they move, how they act, how they respond to a call before you pull that trigger. Versus night vision, you can see what you're really getting to. That's why a lot of times I'll tell people, hey, start out with night vision. It gets you to identify an animal, watch their characteristics, see how they move before you just jump into a thermal. I always tell people, if you don't know what it is, don't press that trigger.
Yeah, because one could be jail time.
Yeah.
Hunting wise, do you like to run solo or do you like to run with a group?
I primarily run with double, just usually my one buddy and myself. That's our primary. Just because we have bigger fields up here, it's a little bit easier with a pair hunting versus single. I will single hunt, just depends on the time of year, who's available, and if I get a priority phone call for a nuisance animal or something like that, then I will just do it by myself. But primarily it's always with a partner.
Cool. All right, then any tips for somebody trying to get into thermal with their first setup, or how to dial it in?
Main thing is have a good target. You can use the hot packs. Me personally, I use what they call a barrier tape. It's kind of hard to find. You can find it more so in like the speaker world, more like a dyno plate. It's got a aluminum tape on the outside, but it's got like a sticky tar backing on it. It actually does reverse heat when you're looking through a thermal. So if you are on black hot, it will show white. If you're on white hot, it will show black. It's very nice. It works really well. Other than that, you can use ventilation tape for HVAC. that's aluminum tape there. That will do it. I try to tell people not to do it on a cloudy day. If you got the sun behind you, it works better on that target. So try to use that sun as your advantage to heat that target up a little bit for you. Primarily what I tell people that are trying to sight thermals in. I used to take aluminum foil and just roll it up into a 2x2 square and then staple it on my target.
Next, we're talking community and culture. What is your opinion on the hunting community right now, and what do you wish would evolve? Well,
our hunting community, I'll cover basically like Michigan right now. We have a pretty strong hunting community in Michigan. We've been fighting. Our coyote season was 24/7, and then it got cut back to, it was closed actually April 15th through July 15th the last 2 years. We are working on getting it back open again for year round. It's in the process. It had to go through all loopholes. Hopefully it will go back into a full-time season now. So, I mean, our community is pretty strong up here. I hosted a big competition last year called Canine Grand Prix. It was in Davison, Michigan. We had just over 200 competitors in that, and we ended up harvesting just shy of 200 coyotes. We have like 3 main tournaments in Michigan. One of them's Canine Grand Prix, which is in Davison. Then we have the Great Lakes Predator Challenge, which is in Kalamazoo. And then they have another one. I don't know if they're going to do it this year, but it's called the Predator Game. It's like a 3 to 4 weekend competition. They do like 1 weekend every month starting in January. So most of our competitions in Michigan start January. They go January, February, March, and April. Only because our deer season starts October 1st and it goes all the way till January 1st. So we have a lot of deer hunters in Michigan, and a lot of deer hunters don't want coyote hunters on their property while they're trying to deer hunt. So we kind of play around that because it just makes life easier.
All right. So on top of that, I know we talked a lot about hunting coyotes. What else do you like to hunt?
I'm pretty much deer hunting and coyote hunting. Small game up here in Michigan. I mean, we do have rabbits and squirrels and that kind of stuff, woodchucks and that. But my main thing is coyotes. Deer is probably my second.
Stacking up bodies over here. I like coyotes more.
I
You didn't say people, so that's good. That's good for me.
That is a good answer.
All right. So bucket list hunt. Where would you go and what would you hunt?
That's a hard one. It really is. Actually, mine would probably be antelope hunting out in Montana. That the antelope is a different animal. Other than that, I would say hog, down south where you guys are at, Texas area. I have shot hog in the past, but it was in a ranch up here, great meat. We ate it. It was good. I know you guys down there, a lot of them don't eat them down there, but it would be, something still on my bucket list that I would like to do.
Favorite thermal palette?
Mine is actually green. Well, with my color blindness that I have, the green just sticks out way more vibrant for me. Ever since the palettes come out with green, I've been hooked on that green.
That's really good for us too. It's good feedback for us, honestly, and it's good for people to hear as well. Like, hey, I had this issue with color, and green makes it a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
Now, I would say I'd like to see different crosshair colors that we can select from, and doing something like that would be very beneficial.
Good. All right, cool. So this one is kind of an important one for me. It's not really a super big hunting. It might be a big hunting question. All right, so. Gas station snacks or home packed food when you go out?
Home packed food, man.
Can't go wrong.
I got a great girl here. She every time we do a tournament, she always puts a slab of ribs in, and we take ribs with us. Like it's got to be home cooked.
That's way better than
better than trolleys and
gas station hot dog rolls.
Yeah.
You see that? The last question I had on here was hogs or yotes, but I think I know the answer for you.
Yep,
so.
we got that answer.
But yeah, man. Again, I appreciate you. We'll get this video out for you as soon as we can, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, sounds good.
Have a good day, man.
Hey, you too.